Here's our first activity for this particular concept. All you need is some counters. So I've got some square counters here, but you can use round counters. You can use anything that you're able to arrange in a line like that, okay, or in an array, okay. So just to remind you what an array is, an array is a rectangle, okay, and it's got rows and the number in each row, or columns along this way. This is an array of 2 rows and 3 in each row. Gives me a total of 6. An array can't be something where I've got gaps in the middle like that, okay. No gaps allowed in the middle. I've got to have it closed up and completely filled. So take, for starters, 7 counters, and I want you to work out how many different rectangular arrays you can make with 7 counters. So the first one is this. So I have 1 row and I have 7 in the row. How about I try and move them like this? See if I can get 2 rows. I've got 2 rows, but I haven't got a rectangle because this one over here sticks out like a sore thumb. If I move it over here, it doesn't do it any better. If I move that one over there, I end up with it awkward as well. Even that doesn't work. What I could do is I could arrange it like this. So what I have now is 7 rows, but only 1 in each row. Okay? So these are the only 2 ways I can arrange 7 counters into a rectangle. And some of you may have already seen it, but I can turn this around and I've got really the same thing. All I've done is just twist it. I could also turn the table around or move my head to here and look at it. So they're essentially the same thing. 1 row of 7 and 7 rows of 1 counts as 1 configuration, 1 rectangle. Let's have a look at 6 though. So I can start off with 1 row and 6 in the row. But I could also have 2 rows and 3 in each row. Or I could have 3 rows and 2 in each row. Now this and this are the same. All I've done is just turn it by 90 degrees, no sleight of hand or anything, and then I can go backwards the other way, and I can come back and I can have 6 rows and 1 in each row as well. So some numbers I can only get 1 row arrangements, line arrangements like this, and 7 is one of those numbers. These are the ones that make up all the others. Okay, so this is called a prime number. Prime is another word for first. 6 though is not a prime because it can be made up of or composed of 2 rows of 3 or of 3 rows of 2. Because it's composed of something simpler and something smaller, we call 6 a composite number. Go and get your tiles and then open up the next file. I'm going to give you a few whole numbers and I want you to work out which of them are primes, which of them are composites, and for the composite numbers, how many different ways you can arrange the tiles into rectangular arrays.